Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Safety with Fat Boy. It is Friday night, August 14th, and we are going to do Behind the Fat Friday. This is going to be the first ever presidential mass debate between myself and Hillary Clinton. It's going to be a Make America Safe Again debate, a mass debate. We're going to mass debate live here on Facebook, on TV, on YouTube. You get to watch this mass debate together. So I'd like to introduce something. You're very lucky. I'd like to introduce my opponent, Hillary Clinton.
Fat boy?
Yeah, Hillary. And her hired spy, Navi Chang. Navi Chang.
Hello, Navi.
How are you, Hillary?
I'm good, you?
I'm well.
Yeah, don't act like you haven't seen each other in a long time or something. Like, come on. So, we're going to be doing our debate tonight, but first I'd like to ask Hillary a question. Who is this gentleman in the corner?
This is my bodyguard, Bill Bill.
That is Bill Bill.
This is Bill Bill.
What is Bill Bill doing here?
Bill Bill's here just in case there's any problem. Bill Bill will protect me.
Bill Bill's gonna, is that why he's looking at me like that?
Yes.
Okay. So Big T and Del Bell could not be here. They are, they had to go exchange skin with Rabbi Lipschitz. So that's what they're going to be doing tonight. But we're going to jump right in, and Miss Navi Chang, thank you Navi for being here tonight,
You're welcome.
is going to help us with this debate, and we're going to get started.
Good evening, everyone. Let's mass debate. That boy went first, so the first question will go to Hillary.
Thank you, Navi.
You're welcome, Hillary.
I always go first on mass debate.
With this being the first presidential mass debate, and how messy this could become, how would you safely clean it up?
Well, Navi, I will tell you, never before have I ever been involved or masturbated.
Oh.
And so I don't know exactly what to expect from this. But as we all know, my opponent, many times, has been involved in masturbating. He's very messy, I believe. That's what they tell me. So I believe what we're going to need is we're going to need a scrub brush and a bucket of water and a lot of soap, paper towels, cloth towels. I mean, this could be very messy. So that's what I believe we're going to need to clean up this mess after this masturbate.
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you, Navi.
All right. And Fatty,
Thank you, Navi.
you're welcome.
I would like to start by saying there were so many things wrong with what Hillary here said about the mass debate and how messy it could get and how we're going to safely clean this up. So first off, a paper towel is not going to be enough to clean up this mess. Okay, that's for starters. The outcome of this mass debate is going to be it's going to be disastrous. It's going to be disastrous, the outcome of this mass debate. And another thing, Hillary has slept with everybody on this set. But she's never been to a mass debate before? Listen, as for me, yes, I am the masturbator. I am the king of masturbate. Nobody masturbates like I do. And Hillary will learn that tonight when I shove this masturbate in her face.
Thank you for that, Fatty. And Hillary, would you like to rebuttal?
Thank you, Navi.
You're so welcome, Hillary.
Fat boy, as always, is exaggerating just about everything. When he tells you he's going to clean up the streets, he's exaggerating. When he tells you he's going to make America safe again, he's exaggerating. The only thing he does not exaggerate is the masturbate. That he's telling the truth about. If I'm begging everybody on the set, why would I need a masturbate?
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you, Navi.
Okay. Now we'll start with Fatty. How are you going to make or keep American people safe from COVID 2.0?
Thank you, Navi.
You're welcome.
How am I going to keep the American people safe from 2.0? COVID, but the Kung flu. As I said in the last message, when I do finally release the vaccine that we have already created to destroy this COVID 2.0 that is killing everybody, everybody will be safe. Believe me, if you elect myself and Del Bell, your president and vice president, COVID 2.0 will be no more.
Are we through, Fatty?
I believe that is all I have to say for now.
Hillary,
Thank you now.
you're so welcome,
Ladies and gentlemen of the United States, my fellow Americans, Fat Boy, as we all know, is the person who unleashed COVID 2.0. Fat Boy was right on the set, right in the room the night Mrs. Burnett was killed by COVID 2.0. But yet he will stand here and try to make you believe, the American people.
You know, don't use Bernadette set as a ploy in your whole. That's sick. That is disgusting.
Fatty.
That is
When it's
disgusting.
your turn. Thank you.
Thank you,
Nabi.
Nabi.
You had your turn. You're so welcome.
Thank you, Nabi.
You're
Thank
so
you, Nabi.
welcome. You're welcome, Fatty.
Fat Boy can't keep the American people safe from COVID 2.0, but I could keep the American people safe from COVID 2.0. Fat Boy couldn't even keep Mrs. Burnett safe from COVID 2.0. If you elect me your president 2020, COVID 2.0 will be no more. This man's not been able to do it. This man unleashed COVID 2.0. You want him as your president? Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to take a short commercial break.
Can I have my rebuttal, Nabi?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Nabi.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Nabi. I understand that Hillary here hired you to do these
Excuse
debates.
me, this is not the time for that.
I understand that Hillary
Thank you.
hired you to do these
This is not
debates,
the
but
time.
thank you, Nabi.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome,
See,
Fatty.
Nabi, that's why I had to bring Bill with me.
I just
This
want to
man's dangerous.
I just want to say, on record, that when I released COVID 2.0 in order to make all this money, it really had nothing to do with anything else at all. And the tragedy of Miss Bernadette Burnett's death, and this woman bringing that up and throwing it in our face. Did you know her history with Bernadette Burnett's?
Excuse me, Nabi. Nabi, my history.
You know, I don't.
Excuse me. Excuse me. All right,
Your time
everyone.
is
We're
up.
going
Fat
to
boy.
break for a short
Bill.
commercial break,
You're welcome.
and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabi.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome back. We will begin with the third question. We will start with Hillary. Ready, Hillary?
Yes, ma'am.
What will you do to make cities with high crime rates safer?
To make cities with high crime rates safer, you must have more police officers. You must hire more police officers. You must have police officers on every corner in every city in this country. If you have a man with a gun and a uniform on every single corner in this country, I will guarantee the American people the crime rate would go down in places like Detroit, Miami, Los Angeles, New York City, and West Virginia. Police. Hire more police. And I will do that if you elect me your next president. Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome, Hillary. Okay. Fatty?
Yes, ma'am. Could you repeat the question for me?
Sure.
Yeah.
What will you do to make cities with high crime rates safer?
What will I do to make cities with high crime rates safer? Well, Nabi, that is a very interesting question. A question that I don't believe my opponent Hillary is qualified to answer. She has no experience. Everything about this woman is fake. Everything she just said, all the cops on every corner, and then what do we do about the debt that we're in? Already. And you want to hire more cops. We need this woman is...
Perhaps the stimulus check should be
breasts.
given to every single American. Perhaps those stimulus checks should go to more law officers.
Yeah, Hillary, what did you do?
I told you they're fake. She's the fakest woman I know.
Okay.
Fakest woman I know. Everything she says is baloney. Baloney, people. Believe me. Believe me. If you want the streets of places like Detroit, or Miami or Los Angeles.
Thank you, Fatty. And Hillary, would you like to rebuttal?
Yes, my rebuttal, thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome.
My rebuttal would be, my opponent didn't give an answer to the question. My opponent simply attacked me for trying to make the street safer. My opponent never...
Oh, I gave an answer.
My-
You're just too blind to see it. That's how fake you are.
Bill, stay close. My opponent didn't give an answer. My opponent just attacked me for trying to give an answer. My opponent has no answer to how he's going to make these streets.
How are we going to take the violence off the streets? How are we going to take the violence off the streets? But Bill is standing by, ready to attack me if I look at Hillary wrong.
This is Hillary's 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabi.
Thank you, Nabi. So my opponent never, ever, ever gave an answer to that question. He just attacked the fact that I want to make these... He wants to clean up the streets, cuts. He should be trying something else. He should be trying to clean up his own life first.
All right.
Colors.
Thank you, Hillary. All right. Fatty, question number 4.
Thank you, Nabi.
How are you going to handle relations with China?
Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome.
That is a very interesting question. How, indeed, if elected, am I going to handle relations with China? Or not? We're going to cut all communications with China, except for one, and that's the Safety with Fabo lab located in Wuhan. And we will use that to communicate throughout all of the Asia. If you leave this in the hands of a person like Hillary, she'll sell us to North Korea.
Are you finished? Finished?
9 more seconds.
Okay.
Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome, Fatty.
Thank you, Nabi.
And Hillary, do you need me to read the question again?
No, thank you, Nabi. Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome.
Oh, did you pay attention this time? You studied the questions before you came in?
Nabi, I was supposed to answer the question. My opponent doesn't even know how to control himself. Once again, my opponent never answered that question. His simple answer to the question, Nabi, was, we're not. Yes, we are. We are going to keep relations with China.
Yeah, you might keep relations.
Nabi, I would like...
Excuse me.
I beg of you, Nabi.
Sure.
We are going to
First
keep
time you
relations with
begged
China.
Excuse me, Fatty.
Did I fart?
Don't go there. Your stinks anyway.
And folks, that's what my opponent does all the time. When he's backed into a corner, he's like a scared rat backed into a corner. He will divert every single question. He will make it sound like he's talking about something else. He has absolutely no idea how to run this country, and quite frankly, he may be a murderer. So folks,
You can't prove that.
Excuse me.
don't listen to him, folks. Vote for me, Hillary 2020. Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome. And now, Fatty, it is your turn to rebuttal.
Thank you, Nabi. I'd just like to say, what is this, the 4th question?
It is, sir.
This is the 4th question.
Doesn't even know what question.
Excuse
I
me.
find it very interesting that Hillary seems to have these signals that he keeps throwing at Nabi Chang throughout this debate. Time signals to extend his time. I believe that she has gone over her time limit multiple times. I want a second. I want a second clock on the stage.
Excuse me.
I want a second clock on the stage. I want to see her minute. I believe this is rigged.
Excuse me.
Peter Piper is on your ass.
I don't give a crap.
Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome. All right, question number 5. I think we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Another break.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Nabi.
You're welcome.
My opponent obviously needs a break.
Yes, we need breaks. So we shall be back very shortly. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go to the last and final questions. We'll start with Hillary.
Thank you, Nobby.
You're welcome, Hillary. All right. Ready? What is your view on the Bernadette Burnett murder case?
You know, Nobby, I've given this a lot of thought. And I think it is extremely possible, as much as I would love to bury my opponent and blame him for this murder like he'll probably do me, I'm not going to do that, Nobby, because I think it is very, very possible that Mrs. Burnett, as Jeffrey Epstein did, killed herself. I don't believe anybody killed Jeffrey Epstein, and I don't believe anybody killed Bernadette Burnett.
Are you through?
Thank you, Nobby.
You're so welcome. And Fat Boy.
Thank you, Navi.
You're welcome, Fatty.
I would like to say, once again, my opponent is pointing the finger at everybody else, but coming up with no solutions to this. She's blaming Bernadette Burnett for her own death, pointing the finger, but coming up with no
It could be
solutions.
possible.
Thank you, Navi. Peter Piper is here, and he is on the case of the murder of Mrs. Bernadette Burnett. And I just, just one. This is powdered milk. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sure. Okay. And Hillary, would you like to rebuttal? What is this?
I would thank you, Nobby.
You're welcome.
One thing my
30
opponent...
seconds on the clock.
Oh, by the way, my opponent thinks that the clock is rigged. If everyone can see, my opponent has been controlling the clock himself this entire time.
I'm not controlling the clock.
It's my turn, Nobby?
Yes.
Okay, could you? Yeah. As far as the powdered milk goes, it was powdered milk that had the COVID 2.0 overdose that Mrs. Burnett drank. So this is my opponent's answer to what his opinion is of what happened to Mrs. Burnett?
How did you know it was powdered milk that Bernadette Burnett
Excuse
drank?
me.
We were all in that room that night, Fat Boy. We all know there was powdered milk next to her
I
bed.
had no idea there was powdered milk. I thought it was a water.
And
closet.
now he's
It's not
lying,
full.
Nobby. Now he's lying. He
That's
knows that there was
Excuse
powdered milk.
me.
There's no mention of powdered milk in this case at all.
You're 30
But
seconds.
now you know about the powdered milk that was found in the glass.
Well, maybe-
That Peter Piper just told me about.
Excuse me.
Peter Piper's gonna have a field day with
Well,
you.
maybe your PP should come talk to
Excuse
me.
I think my PP's gonna be
Alright.
all up
And-
in you.
Oh,
Thank you, Nobby.
thank you, everyone. That is the end of our mass debate.
That's a
I'd
shame.
like to thank Fatty and Hillary.
And excuse me, now I'd like to thank my bodyguard, Bill.
Thank you, Bill Bill.
I'll
Thank
tell
you,
you,
Nobby.
if Bill wasn't here for me to look at, I wouldn't have been able to get this off at all.
And I'd like to thank you, Nobby. Thank you, Nobby.
Thank you. Ooh.
To your face, Hillary. Nabi, hold yourself together. So as Nabi has told you, that is the end of our mass debate. We've mass debated. Hillary's face did get destroyed in the process, but we're fixing it.
What's new?
So tell us what you think about the mass debate. And join us tomorrow for more interviews from Peter Piper and more safety tips from yours truly and the crew. I just want to mention, on a serious note, powdered milk.
That's serious.
Pibbity, 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 popcorn, playa. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.